Hello guys. Hey guys, so for today I will have to install 100mm boards, EPS boards onto this wall here. It's not a very big wall, but the problem here is that I will have to match it with the old one. As you can see, we already have a 100mm board over there, and this was just built. This is a loft conversion that it's near to the end, so I will have to do just that bit, and I will have to match everything, so you cannot really tell the difference between the walls. Is going to be a little bit of a difference between them, but hopefully we are not going to see it from down below. So here we have our loft conversion. I'm just going to show you quickly what they've done here. And yeah, it's not a very good weather to do this kind of system right now because it's very windy, but it's everything covered, so I'm quite covered. Alright guys, so if you want to know how am I sticking the 100mm EPS boards on, this is the video for you. Just stick around and I will show you how. So first thing that I've done, I had to carry all of my stuff up here because it's quite a bit from down there. So I already prepared some adhesive for the boards to go on. I even done already a cut. Here is my adhesive, and it's quite thick, and yeah, we are ready to stick some on, so let's just do that. Alright guys, so I'm all geared up and I'm ready to put some adhesive on my board. And that is ready, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right over here because I want to level my board. The boards were cut before and they are not that level. Now I want to keep this edge as clean as possible. If not, it's going to give me more problems at a later stage. So yeah, now we can continue with our second board. Now when I'm going to put adhesive on the board, I'm just going to put a little bit more because the wall is not that straight. As you can see, it's a big gap over there. So yeah, I will have to level all the boards because it's quite a big difference between the blocks. Probably the render, or I don't know what's happening right now, because they put a thin coat of render. Maybe they just unlevel it with the render. But yeah, at this point we just have to carry on like this, and I will try to level as best as I can with the boards and with the adhesive. Of course, I'm going to use a little bit more adhesive just because of that. And yeah, let's carry on. Alright, so back to our boards. As you can see, I'm putting it on the edges. And then I'm going to have 3 dots in the middle of the board. Now the reason of the edges is that it's going to help a lot with the suction of the board onto the wall. So all this is going to act as a sucker. So right guys, I just had to run down and do another bucket of with adhesive. Now that is my third bucket of adhesive, just because the wall is not even, is giving me a lot of problems to level it out, and that is a new wall. So yeah, anyway, I'm just going to stick my last board over there. I already cut it and it's filled, so let's just stick it on. Alright guys, so right now I'm just going to show you how am I cutting the board. So right now I'm just going to take the full length from the bottom board to the corner on this other board, and it's 805. Now I'm going to bring that measurement to the board. 8.5, and then I'm going to measure the top side, and that is going to be 8.5. Alright, so I'm going to put that on my board, 8.5, right around here. So this side should be my my board. Alright, so I've done my cut. Let's see if it's going to fit. So right now I'm just going to do one cut, a simple one. So I'm going to show you how am I going to do that. So this cut I'm going to do it without any measurements. So I'm just going to lay the board close to the other board, and mark it on the top, and do the same on the other side. You can use a straight edge, or I usually just do it with my saw. I have my mark down there. Just going to put it against the EPS board and pass a line, and that is going to be my cut. Let's check it out. Perfect. And that is almost perfect. Now some of these gaps I'm just going to fill them with foam, and yeah, it's quite tight, so I'm happy with that. So now we just need to glue them on. So I believe we reach our last bit, and is this small apex here, which is going to usually give us some problems when we need to cut it. So let's try to do some cuts. Hopefully they are going to be okay from the first time. So I have taken the already cut board and I transferred that cut to another board, and it should just work fine. Let's see. And that is also perfect. And that doesn't look bad at all. Now I will just cut the top one, and then I'm going to stick them on. Alright, so right now it's getting quite dark outside, and I will have to be quite quick about it, because the camera is not going to work that well without any light. So I'm just going to take the boards at the bottom. So the boards at the bottom, I'm going to take them out and just stick the ones on top for the moment. I'm going to stick this one. Alright guys, so it's quite late. I believe I'm going to come tomorrow and I'm going to show you exactly what's happening around here. Hey guys, this is day 2 of this project, and as you saw last night. All our wall it's now done, and I just started now to fill it with some filling foam around the joints, because I don't want to have a big discrepancy in between the boards. If I'm going to leave it like that, when it's going to be a big gap between the boards, you might see it when it's a lot of humidity outside or it's raining outside and it's very cold. The heat from inside is just going to pass a little bit through these joints, and you are going to see the shape of the board. Of course, that is going to disappear as soon as it's going to dry. But yes, that's why I'm putting foam where I can see the gaps are quite big, and I'm just using a filling foam, and where I can see a gap, I'm just going to put my gun in between them and just go a little bit around it. And pretty much that's it with our wall. I will just need to cut all this foam in, and of course passing to the next stage, which is going to be the mechanical fixings. And we have them here, and I'm going to use 150 mil mechanical fixings, and I will just need to drill through all these wall right here and install these. At the moment I'm just going to start with my mechanical fixings. I'm going to leave the foam just to go off. As soon as I'm going to finish with these, I'm just going to cut the foam with a sharp blade, which I had one around here someplace. Alright, so I'm just going to use this type of knife and cut it nicely flush with the boards. This is how I'm sticking usually boards on when I'm doing external wall insulation. I really hope that this video here is going to help you somehow. Now I'm just going to pass on my second stage, and you can see that on my other video. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description, and you just can click on that. Meanwhile, see you on the next one.